It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the movie of June 4th, 2004. We only got one movie to look at today, and just like with Shrek 2 a couple weeks ago, it's a pretty good one, a pretty big one, and that is, of course, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Remember that feeling that we used to have back in the day when a new Harry Potter trailer came out, and we actually got excited for it because the movies were pretty good, the love of the series was still there from the books to the movies. You know, nowadays it feels like it's no longer what this series used to be like anymore. Like, nobody wants to see Fantastic Beasts anymore. The Harry Potter series in general has really kind of died off its popularity because of stuff going on with J.K. Rowling, all the stuff that she said, and the fact that Warner Brothers just can't let it go. They can't get somebody else to come in and do something new and different with it. And, you know, this was back in the good old days, man. And that trailer, man, just an amazing trailer. Probably the best trailer from the Harry Potter series in general. From the movie that most people would agree is the best of the Harry Potter films. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban comes to us from Alfonso Cuarón, who was actually selected from a list of directors, and then included such people like Callie Curry, who did Thelma and Louise, and Kenneth Branagh, which I thought would have been very interesting if he got the chance to do that. But in this movie, you have Harry and his friends returning to Hogwarts for their third year, and it's his quest to uncover the truth about his past, including the connection recently escaped Azkaban prisoner Sirius Black, played by Gary Oldman, has to Harry and his deceased parents. And yeah, the movie itself, this is the movie where really the dark tone of the series began to take shape. The first two films were seen mostly as, you know, they were mostly kid-friendly films in general. I mean, you had Chris Columbus as a director, and I think he did a pretty good job of handling both of those movies. But we're getting into the darker stories of these series, and you needed a great director to really come in and shift the tone in a way that doesn't feel unnatural, but feels like a progression of what's to come. And really, this movie definitely is a pure example of where the series was going from this point forward, because every movie that came after this, the tone was clearly shifting over to a more adult feel. Even though they still got a PG rating in general, you could tell that this movie was definitely going for the more darker tone. I mean, for the trailers alone, the great teaser trailer, you know, with them singing "Something Wicked This Way Comes," and you have all this imagery, including the first view of the Dementors, and like, yeah, this was clearly not another movie that was feeling like a typical Harry Potter kid-friendly adventure. No, this was clearly the progression of the series going forward, and it really is an amazing film. Not only just because of the fact that Alfonso Cuarón is a great director and he brought his own style to it. The casting overall is getting a lot better. The three kids, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson, this is probably their overall best performances in the series up to this point. I mean, this is they're really giving it their all here. The dramatic elements are working out so well. The visuals are still very impressive to look at. It never feels like they're going completely overboard. The action sequences are top-notch. You know, great iconic moments in there. And this really is right in the thick of probably being the best overall Harry Potter movie in general. I mean, this is a film that is just really, it's just a really amazing, amazing film that even people who weren't big Harry Potter fans can look at this and go, man, they really, really put all their effort to make this really damn good, and they made this about as epic as you can get it. I mean, someone like me, who really was not into Harry Potter at first, I slowly but surely kind of got into it once the Goblet of Fire book came out, and then the movies I slowly but surely made my way to, and this was actually one of the first ones I actually saw. I was really impressed by what they were able to do here. I think it was I think they did a very good job of handling it. The shifting of where the series had gone to this point is just amazing to see. Like, it's a great movie, man. I mean, I'm just really kind of repeating myself from this point forward, but it's just like, I can't help it, man. The casting in the movie is great, you know. They added new people, like I said, Gary Oldman as Sirius Black. You got David Thewlis, Timothy Spall, Emma Thompson. One of the big ones is that Michael Gambon, who plays Dumbledore in this, because Richard Harris had died in 2002. And it's a really good, seamless transition, too. Like, you really can't tell the difference between Richard Harris and Michael Gambon at first. It really takes it really takes further on into the series to really know the big differences between Gambon and Richard Harrison's performances. But yeah, the movie is just really, really good, man. Like, I can't really recommend this movie more. I mean, this is a movie that I really do think is easily one of the strongest, if not the strongest movie in the series. And the series does get better, especially towards the end with the second part of the Deathly Hallows. But in terms of a quality overall film in general, this movie right here really does take the cake. This is probably easily one of the best, if not the best, Harry Potter movies. It's an epic adventure. It knows that we've got to move into this more darker territory. The shift has got to change, and it does it with such a seamless transition that you can't help but really appreciate what they're able to do here. I really love this movie. I think you'll love it too, obviously, but yeah, it's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Probably some would argue that it is the best Harry Potter film, and for me, I would tend to agree with that. And so with that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies, and what do you do after you follow up a great weekend that had Harry Potter at the top of the list? How about a weekend where there's a lot of disappointments overall? The next week that we'll look at is the week after this, of course, and we have Vin Diesel in The Chronicles of Riddick, the sequel to Pitch Black, Bill Murray as the voice of Garfield in Garfield the Movie, which you think would be awesome, but not this movie. Nicole Kidman and Matthew Broderick, Christopher Walken, and Frank Oz's dark comedy remake of The Stepford Wives. And we do get at least one good film out of this whole block, and that is, of course, the breakout hit Napoleon Dynamite, which propelled John Heder to superstardom. But we'll get to that film and those other three films on the next episode, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. So, with that said, I am off. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, take care.